Hello YouTube, it's the Utopian Buddha. So I have a new book that I'm writing, right? It's going to be called The Political Saint. It's going to be an examination of the relationship between the highest political ideals of the human race, right? I'm going to be talking about The Republic by Plato. I'm going to be talking about John Rawls, Gandhian philosophy, right? Read a lot of Gandhi. And I'm going to see and examine and discuss how their ideas map onto our current political reality, right? It's going to be also, the central theme of the book is going to be about this idea of the political saint, right? What is a political saint? What qualities does a political saint have? What hoops an individual has to jump through in order to be classified as a political saint? Things like that, the effects of, what the world would look like if political saints were rulers, right? If they ruled every nation in the world, how the world would be, the ideals of selfless service instead of selfish, greed, it's going to be a mix between Eastern philosophical thinking, right? If you look at like Eastern Buddhas and stuff like that, right? Like the Buddha, like he didn't care about money, obviously. He cared about love, peace, and ethics and ideals, right? Imagine if a guy like that had political power, imagine if there's like 2,000 guys like that and they all had political power across the globe. What would this world look like, right? It's connected to that idea and this idea of the inevitable spiritual awakening of the human race, right? Like if enough people awaken to their higher nature, if they transcend their base animalistic desires, if they evolve beyond their animalistic desires for money and sex and a lot of political leaders, power, right? If you don't have a level of self-transcendent peace, inner and inner happiness, and you're given political power, you will use that political power to, get money and have your cronies and do this loyalty game and give like gifts to like people who don't deserve it just so they'll be loyal to you, like Trump or something like that. So it's going to be about that. And so that's the basic idea. What else did I want to talk about? And I've written some other books on just like religion and my idea of what God is and theology and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to figure out, like I've written a few books on that. My first book was pretty deeply, not super deeply researched as far as deeply researched books goes, but for me, it was really deeply researched. So I'm gonna have to connect that body of knowledge. And it kind of aligns with this idea of the political saint. I talk a lot about God and love and peace and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the book that I'm gonna start working on. I'm really excited about it. It's like the beauty of like writing nonfiction, like philosophical, research-based books is like, it's a huge puzzle, right? And I have no idea. Like right now, I have no idea how, I haven't even started doing like concentrated research into this book. And I have like, just from what I've read up to this point on political philosophy, I have so many ideas. I don't know how they're all going to fit together, right? Like it's like a huge puzzle. And the beauty of like a nonfiction book, it's like a huge puzzle, but you choose the puzzle pieces. It's so fun, guys. So I'm looking forward to this book. I'm going to start doing some research on it. It's going to take a couple years to write, maybe a year, hopefully a year. That's not going to be big. It's probably going to be like, I'm shooting for 130 to 150 pages. So peace and love, guys. Have a good one.